First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This returnable with Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They motion the slot man left. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A tight end in motion now. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
It is third and 10. Gray brought in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. Reynolds, their tight end, is the one in motion. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. Whoa. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Great read by the quarterback there, Mike. You can see just as he puts the ball in the belly of the running back, his eyes are on that defender. And when he goes after the runner, he pulls it, and he has nothing but green grass, and he picks up a big gain.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Elijah Canson in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the shotgun, here's Pickett. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll run. It's the rookie from Alabama.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Good trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds on to that ball for 1 count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw yet again. Now he'll air one out. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. Returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Here's a toss, right side. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Gray brought in motion. He'll look to throw. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Back to the air one more time. That one, take it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Saints move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Prescott. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, here's Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Prescott again. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Jack gonna run with it himself. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Saints going to use their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. 3rd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Saints. The extra point. Up and good. The Saints extend their advantage to 14-3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Prescott. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Here's Prescott. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 2nd and 2. Give up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Room to maneuver at the 35. A gain there of 15. First down, Detroit.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun is Pickett. He gets this one complete to Pittman. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. From the shotgun, here's Pickett. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clear.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24 yard.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Back to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll look to throw yet again. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Gray brought in motion. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. On comes Patterson for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Gray brought in motion. Right back to the air following that pick six. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Well, at some point, if I'm this quarterback, I think I'm going to start testing somebody else in this secondary. I mean, he's already made his impact felt multiple times today, and it doesn't matter who they line up across from him. Right now, he is completely taking them out of the game.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. You're getting paid for.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete.